Okay, so getting back to the Epstein files here, this is something we're not going to let go. We have a lot going on. There's a lot of good things happening, but that doesn't mean that this just conveniently goes away. So apparently, they've been releasing the transcripts and the audio from this meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell, and you know, it's honestly this thing was a long shot right from the get go that we were going to bring her in, we were going to interview her, we were going to get. So we already know she's an untrustworthy person. I mean, she's a child trafficker and assisted Jeffrey Epstein in the rape and abuse of women and young women and boys and young men. So we already knew it was a stretch to get anything from this horrible person at all. But maybe, in order to save her own hide, that maybe she would throw us at least a couple of bones of useful information. I've seen some of the video at this point about all this, and I'm sure you have too. And it's just it's her absolutely lying. It's utter garbage. Let's get into a little bit of what this bitch is coming out with.
The Justice Department has publicly released.
Oh, of course, we got to have a shit commercial. Hold on, guys. Look, put the stupid vest on and walk around so you can be a loser in public.
Script and audio of the interview between Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who of course is also the former personal attorney of President Trump, and Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's imprisoned accomplice. CNN's Kara Scannell is with us now. Kara, we know that you're going through the transcripts. We have a team doing that. What more are we learning?
Yeah, Brianna, we're still going through these transcripts. And, the beginning of this meeting, which took place over 2 days and lasted for just about 9 hours, the Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, explains to Maxwell that this is not a cooperation agreement. It's a proffer, meaning that they won't say what she tells them as a reason to prosecute her. But he said if she lies in any way, it would open up the door for her to potentially face charges. So, we're still going through this transcript. But from my quick reading of various sections of it, Blanche is asking Maxwell about a number of famous names, politicians, what she knows about President Trump, what she knows about President Bill Clinton. So as her lawyer said after that meeting, they did talk about, as he put it, something like 100 different people. So we're starting to get a sense of what Maxwell is saying. Now, on a quick scan of that and President Trump and President Bill Clinton, Maxwell does not say that they did anything wrong. She's just explaining how she knows them. So neither of them are being accused of any wrongdoing from Maxwell. And she is just kind of putting into context how she knows them. We are still going through that, but that would be consistent with what Maxwell has said. She was charged by the Justice Department with perjury because she had told someone in a civil deposition involving an accuser that she knew nothing about what Jeffrey Epstein was doing with underage girls, about any sexual assault. So that is what she was charged with perjury of. And then, of course, she was indicted and went to trial and was convicted of sex trafficking conspiracy, helping recruit, groom, and at times sexually abuse young girls with Jeffrey Epstein herself. So these questions, though, that we're just starting to get a handle on here as we go through this transcript, she is not saying that anyone else so far from our reading was complicit in any way. She, though, of course, has always maintained
no one did nothing.
Nefarious.
Nothing to see here. No one did nothing.
So that is not surprising. But we are getting a sense of just how detailed the Deputy Attorney General Blanche was in his questionings of her and what he was asking her specifically. I've been reading through sections related to President Bill Clinton, how he knew them and Hillary Clinton. And she is, talking about that Bill Clinton was her friend that she met.
Look at that fucking outfit that she's in right here. What is she? The fucking admiral of child kidnapping? Is that what you get when you reach one of the highest ranks? Stupid fucking outfit. You got the crossed swords or something over here. Oh, that's Admiral Pedophilia. So she don't know nothing. Trump was never inappropriate, never did a thing. I don't even know that guy. Same thing with Bill Clinton. Even though there's a picture of Bill Clinton in Jeffrey Epstein's high-rise, expensive apartment in New York, that he's wearing the blue dress that Monica Lewinsky was wearing when she was giving him head just outside the Oval Office. He's got a picture of Bill Clinton in that. Bill Clinton's flown on the plane multiple times. He's potentially gone to the island as well. But no one did nothing. There's nothing to see here. Ghislaine don't know nothing. She gave him 100 names. I don't know what that could be if no one did nothing, according to her. Admiral Peto.
And that she met through a boyfriend of hers and was not Epstein's friend. So, providing a little bit more context around the relationships here, but we're still going through this. It's still very early stage. And, Bill Clinton has always maintained that he just had traveled on Epstein's planes.
What's he going to say? No, I was part of it too, for sure.
Sometimes with the Clinton Foundation, and was not accused of wrongdoing and has denied any wrongdoing. And the same for President Donald Trump. He has not been accused of any wrongdoing and has always denied any wrongdoing, although both of their relationships with Epstein, in this case, according to Maxwell, at least the Bill Clinton one emanated
Okay, this woman's a moron. So if you remember with Dan Bongino, he told a story about one of his Secret Service buddies that was on a plane with Bill Clinton when Bill Clinton was president. And Jeffrey Epstein came onto the plane and ended up bringing several young women with him, but we didn't know the age or how young these women were. They could be 17, they could have been 18, 19, I don't know. And the other Secret Service agent remembers them going into the back, into a more private area of the plane, and then all of them hanging out there. It's like, why would you bring underage Jeffrey Epstein and underage girls or women onto Air Force One and then go into the back in a private area to hang out all of them? And he recounts the story. And he recounts the story because the Secret Service agent that was there at the time gave that story to him. And then he said all of their technical devices and everything they have on them for monitoring, communication, etc., they were all taken after they landed, after that thing was over. And they were never seen or heard from again. So there was no proof or audio or visual of any kind that event had happened. So I don't know who the 100 names are supposed to be. I don't know how that is supposed to be helpful to us at all. And but everyone else that's like a Bill Clinton that was definitely there, definitely hanging out and a part of all this is like, nah, nothing. He didn't do nothing. They just hung out and chilled, and it was totally on the level. It was totally legit. And Ghislaine Maxwell don't know nothing either. She wasn't part of any of it. She didn't know what was going on. Epstein was doing it on his own, and then once in a while she was hanging out, even though she was his madam and was securing human beings for him. Other than that, she don't know nothing. So it's absolute bullshit, and I'll be really. She's already been, for her cooperation, she's already been moved to a lower security prison at this point, and I think there's going to be a huge uproar if she ends up given a pardon for saying nobody did nothing, but here's 100 names of maybe some people that were maybe this or maybe that. It's absolute bullshit. So. The Epstein thing, when the Trump administration said we're going to get more information, we're going to release the transcripts in the court, and then the court said, no, we're not fucking doing that. So that was bullshit. And then, we got Ghislaine, she's talking, we're going to get information. That's bullshit. So we're never going to know. And these high profile elitist scumbags are going to continue to get away with everything that they've done. And Ghislaine sure as hell is not. Maybe if she's given immunity completely, maybe she'll be willing to put out a couple more things. But you know what? As soon as she steps out of those doors, there's a hit put on her. She'll never be able to live her life normally again because all of those people that she just screwed over are going to come after her. So if I was her, I'd be like, nobody did nothing. I don't know nobody. I never met nobody. It's just bullshit.